Hey everyone, this is Staci, and I am here with you today on this edition of Homeschool for the Soul with the awesome Bartelson family, who you will see maybe they're on your right side, maybe they're on your left, but they're on the side of me on your screen right now. Today, or maybe tonight, we are going to be talking about prayer. This precious family serves at the church in a variety of ways, and not only that, they are extraordinary prayer warriors, and I know they have lots of wisdom to share. One of the things I'm sure they will tell us is that praying is and happens because of practice, because it's something that we need to do so that we can know that we are in conversation with God, but also it doesn't have to be complicated. And that is one of the reasons that we're talking to a whole family today, so we can get different perspectives, especially from the guy in the middle. So Bartelson family, go ahead and let us know who you are, what your names are, and we'll get started.
So I am Dan, and
I'm Lucy.
I'm Toby. Hey, I'm Citrone. Well, I was in kindergarten, but after a few weeks, I'm in first right now, so hey.
That was a great introduction. Thank you. Hey, Toby, who is 6 and used to be in kindergarten and is now a big first grader. Hey, Toby, so you used to go to school and you used to get to go to church in person. And then, like you said, a few weeks ago, some stuff changed. And then you got to start being at school, but at home with your parents who would be working all day, right? And you got to be doing it at school. Well, that's right, on the computer. And during that time, did you guys pray sometimes? What are some?
Yes, yeah, we have to. We do. But can you hold on a second?
Yes.
Let me look on the phone. Okay, I'm back. So,
Oh, perfect.
like I was saying, we do when we are playing, at dinner time or lunch time, but not dessert.
what else do we pray?
Well, sometimes bread time. And did you know? Sometimes I pray by myself, but when I'm alone.
You do? And why do you pray sometimes by yourself? How is that different than when you're going to pray before dinner or lunch? When you pray by yourself, what things do you pray about?
Well, I pray about lots of things, actually.
You do? Like what? Tell me 1 or 2 things that you pray about sometimes.
I love you, Jesus and God. And did you know I say Jesus and God before I say the things, because there are Jesus and God, and by the way, it's not they're actually Jesus and God or the same. Well, they are the same, just not one person in one body.
That's exactly right. And I love how you explained that, because I have to tell you, as a grown-up, it's still confusing, but the way that you said it is totally the truth. Toby, you know how you said that you guys pray at lunchtime, at dinner, and sometimes you pray by yourself. Why do you think that your family prays? What is that? Where did that come from, or why do you guys pray? What does praying mean in your family?
Well, it helps, and by the way, it helps us heal people. And by the way, I never knew this, but this is a very important thing. That snake wasn't just a bad snake. He wasn't just an ordinary snake. He was actually an angel. He was an angel.
An old angel.
Yeah, a bad angel.
That's totally true. Hey, Mom and Dad, you know how Toby and I are talking about when he prays and how you guys pray as a family. Is this something that you just started doing right now, or is this something that you've been doing for most of Toby's life, before Toby was born. How has prayer been part of your lives before Toby, with Toby?
I mean, realistically, we prayed for Toby into our lives, and I know that our families prayed for us in our lives. Yeah, after we're done, real quick. And so certainly we've really had to and have been blessed to rely on Jesus just through prayer and being able to not only communicate our wants and our needs and our desires, but also ask him for his wants and needs and desires in our lives and the things that he'd like to see us accomplish. And we get to see so many fun and exciting things, and we have seen those fun and exciting things as you see in the middle of us here.
I'm super entertained, and I don't live with a brand new 6-year-old,
Yeah.
brand new first grader anymore, so I miss all of this. Yeah, I think the way that Toby prays is noticeably different. A bunch of us would say that and appreciate his honesty, the way that he explains things, the way that he doesn't even have to explain things. But also, I think it's just part of who you guys have been as a family, that prayer has been an important part of your lives. When would you say you noticed, like, when did Toby start praying on his own with your family? Like, is that something that you guys started doing when he was little and like bedtime, and then he would take turns? Was it something you guys did at dinner? Because it didn't just all of a sudden happen. Like, it's the practice of you guys praying at meals and at bedtime and when things are scary, when things are good. When would you say he started praying on his own?
Probably in the last 2 years, we've seen him pray a lot more on his own. Certainly, he's kind of grasped an understanding of what it means to have Jesus and God in his life. And so, he's kind of expressed a desire, and it's manifested in him by itself. I mean, you can tell that he has the Lord's heart in him when he prays. It's an exciting thing to hear him pray most of the time. Sometimes we still act like we're, 6, and that's a good thing. It's exciting when you still get to act that way. And
I would also add just doing the kids programs with the church, the Sundays and the midweek, has also given him opportunities to hear others pray and to have that modeled by other people. So it's normalized at home and it's normalized at church. So I think the church community has really helped with that too.
I love that. That makes me so happy. That's one of the things that I miss for sure on Sundays, is the chances that we get to practice praying together and pray with our friends. Because when we're in our homes right now, we don't get to see our friends the same ways, and we don't get to pray with them the same ways. But I love that the rhythms that you guys have at home also partner with the rhythms that we have at church. I love that. So, Toby, if there was somebody that you maybe were meeting at school, or that you met at a playground for the first time, you're getting to meet a brand new friend, what would you tell them that praying means? Or how would you explain what prayer is to somebody, like another kid that doesn't know what prayer is, like in kid words? What would you say?
That's a tough option, but I would say like it's a way of like healing someone just by talking. And by the way, in like 1 or 2 days, the blood is all healed. It just takes a couple of days, like 1 or 2.
I love that. I love that. I love that it just takes 1 or 2 days. I love that you said that there's healing in it. And I really love that you said it's just talking. So many people, especially big people like grown-ups, think that prayer is complicated and that it's hard. But really, it's us just talking to God or Jesus, or God and Jesus, because they're two people. They're also the same person, right? Like what you said to us. All right. So in just a minute, we are going to wrap up our time together, which I'm going to be sad about because I'm going to miss hanging out with you. But Toby, as we get ready to wrap up, is there a chance that you would be willing to pray for us, maybe for the people that are watching this video and families? Would you pray for us?
You want to pray?
Before I play, I want
Yes.
I actually like doing this like phone call, or like I want to keep doing it for like a couple more minutes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you another question.
You want
Should I?
another question.
Should I ask you another question?
Okay.
Okay. So, Toby, do you remember when we used to get to be like with our friends at church? Like on a
Like 3 months ago or 4.
I know it was a long time ago, especially when you're.
Yeah, because I've been with someone else 6 years old. I just remember, so it's not a year.
Right.
Not
Right.
a year.
But it felt like a really long time. So when we used to get to be together with our friends at church, what was something that you really liked doing? Did you like playing like basketball? Did you like watching the Bible story? Did you like having like dinner with all of our friends at midweek? What is something that you miss about being at church with your friends?
Well, that was a nice one. My dad just told me a thing that he said I could get a snowball.
Yes. Did you like that game?
I can't find like 2 things.
Okay, 2 things.
Probably 3.
3.
The movie with the pretend characters are like, hey, we need to get rid of Jesus. Yeah, let's go get him. Let's put him on the class. It was a little thing. Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing. But the second thing is
That's awesome.
like being with my friends and doing the games and watching them do good moves. I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Good job.
I love it. I love it. How affirming you are.
I play them. And sometimes I go in the big kid room. And also now I can go in the big kid room because I am a big kid. And also, third thing, pizza. And also, I want pizza. We have it, but I just want Lay's pizza. I haven't had it in a long time. Maybe next time I go to midweek, not mid-meek. At midweek, you could probably get Lay's pizza. It's really thin, and it has those weird things and pepperonis. And by the way, I do like pepperoni pizzas.
You like pepperoni pizza?
Yeah, I still like it, but I like cheese pizza more because it doesn't have the pepperoni, so it makes it really spicier.
Yeah, pepperoni is kind of spicy, especially when you're in first grade. That's true. I did not like pepperoni when I was in first grade. I think I liked it when I was older, like maybe in like 4th grade. That's when you're really like a big kid in school, right?
Yeah.
Toby, are you ready to pray now?
Let's sit up and you can pray for everybody. Okay?
And Toby, do you remember something? How would we tell everybody at church to get ready to pray? What are some things you would tell people when we were getting ready to pray? Do you remember?
Okay. So everyone, fold your hands.
That's right. That way we don't distract our friends. And then what else do we do?
Close your eyes.
That's right. That way you're not distracted by your friends. That's right. Okay. And then Toby, it's your turn. Go ahead and go.
Light. Action.
I like it.
Please watch over us while we are going through these challenging times. Whether it's work or germs, we need you at all these times, from the start to the start middle, to the middle, to the middle, and to the end. We need you through all these times, including now. Jesus God, amen.
Amen.
Amen. That was so phenomenal. Toby, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me hang out with your family today. I love the bow. I love that you started with lights, camera, action. You got all of the fun in there. And yes, I can't wait till we get to be back at church and having pizza, pepperoni pizza or cheese pizza, because it's going to be so much fun. I miss you guys. Thank you again for hanging out with us today. Bye, Bartelsons. Bye, Toby.
Bye.